Hello everyone, I'm back with another video, and in today's video we have a really slim laptop. This is an Acer Swift 5. The exact model for this one is a SF514-52. It will say right here Swift SF514-52 series. And in this video, I'm going to take you on a step-by-step how you can open it up and how you can clean up, service your laptop. If yours running really hot or you just and the fan sounds like a jet engine, then you might want to open it and do a service maintenance. And you should be doing this once every year, year and a half. It's really quick, really fast to do it. And you can buy the tools. I'll leave everything linked in the video description, the thermal paste, the screwdriver, and everything you need. So you can follow the step-by-step guide how to do it. This is not a benchmark test to see before and after. This is just a regular service and maintenance that you should be doing regularly. It's like a pretty much take, for example, your car. You take it for service, oil change. That's the same thing. All right, with all that said, let's get into it. Tool number one, workshop towel. I always recommend to buy one of this roll of the workshop towel. They're really handy to have around the house. And you need 99% isopropyl or isopropylic alcohol. And the reason for the workshop towel and not microfiber towel is because as soon as you put an alcohol on this one and you try to clean the motherboard, this will rip apart and will prevent damaging the components on the board. Unlike microfiber towel that they can get tangled around the components and they can damage them. You need a use or new toothbrush to clean the dust mesh and the fan, soft one. And you need an important one, a screwdriver set. I would recommend the iFixit screwdriver set as they have all the bits that you need to do any servicing. I purchased myself the basic tool set. And from this tool set, we are going to be using a Torque number 5, T5. If you do get a Pro set, they will include you with an opening tools and some tweezers. If not, grab yourself a metallic guitar pick. These are suitable to opening cases and covers. Right, with all this on, you actually need some very important one is the thermal paste. I highly recommend to get the Arctic MX4 or the new one, which is 6 or Arctic MX7. Whichever you want to use is perfectly fine. Don't go crazy about thinking which one is the best thermal paste. MX4, MX7, these are really, really good and perfect. If you want to go overkill, go with the thermal grizzly. If you want, you can go with a phase change materials, which is a PTM 7950. Again, these are overkill. You won't know the difference, the temperature difference within 1 or 2 or 3 Celsius difference, not much, but there we go. All right. After this, pretty much we're going to get into it. So on the bottom of, make sure you power off the laptop. And on the bottom, you're going to see a whole bunch of screws. The screws on the front end, on the side, mid, back, mid, everything. All the screws are the same size and height, so don't worry about mix matching. You start from one corner and go ahead and remove all the screws and keep them in a single pile. Also, if you guys like my videos, if you find my videos helpful and helping you guys out, you can support the channel by clicking the like and subscribe. I'll greatly appreciate it. It helps and motivates me to make more videos, take requests, and answer your questions in the comment area. I appreciate that. All right, once we remove all the screws, double check, make sure you haven't missed any. Next, what you want to do, you want to put the opening tool between the bottom cover here, and you just want to twist it, and you want to hear those click sound. That's what you want to hear. Those are the clips are getting loosened up. You're not breaking anything. Right, so just go around. I'm thinking about 1 or 2 millimeters of the guitar pick, not the whole guitar pick, if you know what I mean. Just the tip. Right, go around on the side, go to the corner back, and you can do these corner backs too. There we go. Once you did the side, the front, and you can just lift it up, it will release the back edge. So here's the bottom side. You can take it outside, use a toothbrush to clean the dust mesh here and blow some air and clean it out. And right down here, we can see very nice puny heatsink and tiny fan right over here. First thing first, we need to disconnect the battery. To do so, we are gonna go ahead and remove this gaffer's tape. You don't need it actually, it's just not sticky anymore, so you can actually get sucked into the fan. Just throw it, you don't need it. But if you want to replace it, it's called a gaff tape. All right. To pull this jack backward is very important the way you do it. You want to put your fingers on the side of this jack. Let me zoom in. Okay, you want to put your fingers on the side of this white jack right over here. This one here and this one right here. And then you want to pull it towards the fan or towards this to the right side evenly. Bring it evenly backward and the jack should get this. Don't pull it sideways in, otherwise you're going to bend the pins in there. Now we disconnected the battery. Next is very easy. We're going to switch to a Phillips number 1. If you want to just clean the fan without removing the heatsink, you can do that just by removing 2 screws on the fan. But if you're all the way down here, you should repaste, change the thermal paste. That's very important. You can grab the fan. Don't yank on the jack. Same thing. You want to use the tweezers on the side of this. On the side of this jack, it's essentially like a battery, but this one is very small. And then pull it backward. Just slide it back. So don't yank on those cables. Take it outside, use a toothbrush, just soft toothbrush, just rotate it gently. Don't push on it too hard. Just blow some air and it will just get cleaned up. You don't need to put anything in it. All right, so if you have any dust accumulated right over here, you can replace it. Next, we need to remove the screws on the X clamp. The screws have something called a C-lock. The C-lock will prevent the screw coming out entirely. Pretty much you just have to rotate, unscrew it, and it will just stay. Like if you keep screwing it, you'll be there forever, sitting there forever unscrewing. So pretty much just do a few rotation and that's it. Grab it always by the here. Don't grab it by the fence. Always grab it near to the CPU. Lift it up. And we can see right over here the CPU and the PCH chip. The PCH chip doesn't have any thermal paste or thermal pads, anything on it. The reason is because it's a Southbridge chip. It doesn't heat up that much, so that's why they don't have anything on it. If you want, you can get a 0.5 millimeter thermal pad. You can put it on top of it, but again, it's not required. To clean it out, pretty much what you need to do is to put an alcohol on the towel, and you want to wipe over the CPU. And use the dry part to do a nice pass. Grab the heatsink. Don't grab it like this. You're going to bend it and you're going to unbalance it. Put your fingers at the back so you don't pressure on the neck on the heat pipe. Just grab it gently. Just rub it back and forward. And there we go. Next, what you want to do, you want to put one nice line on the main die, just like that. Thermal paste is not conductive. It will get pushed outside the die, so don't worry about if you put too much, but don't put excessive. And then what you want to do, you want to bring down the heatsink down. And now it's very important, you want to cross screw them. Doesn't matter wherever you start from, there's a numbers on them beside them, but doesn't matter which number you start from. Pretty much the idea is to cross screw them. So grab one and then go to opposite side. While with your finger, you're holding it down so it doesn't go unbalanced. So that way the thermal paste evenly spreads over the CPU crystal die. All right, once you have that one in place, grab the fan before you put it in. Just grab the fan connector, align it, and squeeze it inside the connector. There we go. Now you can align the fan screw holes for the fan and put the 2 screws over the fan. Now, what I'd like to do here, I'll grab a little Kapton tape. I'm going to cut it to size. And I'm going to place a Kapton tape over on between the gap of the heatsink and the fan right there. Just going to put it right over here. This way the air will be forced to go through the fans instead of going over the heatsink. All right, once you're done with that, now you want to grab the fan the battery connector, you want to align it in front of the jack and you want to push it all the way inside the connector. Once that one is done, all you need to do is to grab the bottom cover that you cleaned up, put it over, and push it down, push the corner, the back end, the side. You want to hear those nice big click sounds. All right, just do that on the side here. All right, once you hear all those clicks, then one last thing is to put the bottom screws all over the bottom case. And this is how you can repaste, clean up your Acer Swift 5 model. If you have any question or request, feel free to leave them in a video comment. I'll try to answer them as soon as I can. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Just gonna finish up putting up the bottom screws.